Hello and welcome back to the channel. Recently, BeyondATC announced that they were bringing an LLM, which is a large language model, to BeyondATC. And it has finally arrived. And I've had the opportunity to give it a shot on a live stream. If you haven't had the opportunity to check out that video, it's up on the channel there under live stream. It's about a 3.5 hour stream of doing my very first attempt with an LLM with BeyondATC. And let me tell you, it is really, really cool. But one thing that I think people might be overestimating is what exactly the LLM brings to BeyondATC. So let's dive into that. There are a couple flight sim add-ons that have something similar to AI driving its software, whether it be ATC, whether it be cabin crew, or something else. The AI with flight simming is only going to increase as time goes on. And at the beginning, BeyondATC considered an LLM as its foundation of a product. They decided to backtrack on that. And the reasoning behind that is because an LLM can sometimes give you false information. And with ATC, it is extremely important you get the correct information at the correct time that you need that information, and never too early or too late. And BeyondATC figured the best way to do that was to ensure its software, its specially built engine, allows it to provide that information to the pilot at the time the pilot needs it, and not the time that the AI thinks it needs it. So here we are now, about a year later since the release of BeyondATC, and they have brought LLM into BeyondATC. So the question is, what does LLM do to BeyondATC? Well, it's not going to make it a off the rails, do what you want, say what you want, ask whatever questions the AI that your heart desires. That's not the case for this LLM. The case for the LLM is to assist the pilot in situations where the default BeyondATC may not understand your request. So an example of that is if you sometimes say things too fast, if you say things without the correct pronunciation, it may not understand what you're trying to say to it.
Delta 2089, ready for IFR clearance to Nashville.
The LLM is there to assist the engine to provide you, the pilot, with the correct information you need. So, yes, you can ask it some silly things if you'd like to from time to time, but it's not there for that, and it's very structured, so it doesn't provide you with that information.
When ready for pushback or engine start.
It's there to provide you with the correct information at the time you need that information, as I said earlier. So, let's give an example of what this software now will have the capability of doing that it didn't before. So in this situation we are looking at right now, we are this JetBlue that's in the far distance here. Right here, that's where we are. And we're going to ask the LLM, in this case, BeyondATC, we're going to ask it if there are any other JetBlue aircrafts in the airport here. Boston clearance, JetBlue 516. Are there any other JetBlue aircrafts around us right now?
JetBlue 516. There are several JetBlue aircraft nearby. JetBlue 221 and JetBlue 1281 are pushing back from the gate.
Thank you for that. What's the JetBlue 221? What's the flight plan for that aircraft? This is JetBlue 516.
JetBlue 516. I don't have flight plan information for JetBlue 221. You might want to check with them directly.
What about JetBlue 1281? Where are they heading today? This is JetBlue 516. Thanks.
JetBlue 516, JetBlue 1281 is heading to Fort Lauderdale.
So it gives you a pretty good example of what you can and cannot do. So you can be asking questions like that. We can switch over to ground now and ask some information there. Boston ground, I see there are two JetBlue aircrafts. Which runway are they departing from today? This is JetBlue 516.
JetBlue 516 departures are using runway 22 right and 27 today.
Are you able to tell me what the two JetBlue aircrafts that are currently on a taxiway, where they are departing? This is JetBlue 516.
JetBlue 1281 is departing to Richmond, and JetBlue 221 is heading to Palm Beach.
Which taxiways are those two aircrafts going to be taking? JetBlue 516.
JetBlue 1281, request taxi to the active. JetBlue 1281, runway 22 right taxi via Alpha November. Hold short runway 33 left. Runway 22 right taxi via Alpha November. Hold short runway 33 left, JetBlue 1281. JetBlue 1281 is pushing back while JetBlue 221 is taxiing out. Specific taxiways are not available.
So, a pretty good example of what you can and cannot get information for. But let's see if we can get the wind information. Boston ground, are you able to provide the wind direction? JetBlue 516.
Logan International wind is from 235 degrees at 14 knots. JetBlue 516.
And of course, you can ask the silly questions.
JetBlue 1281, cross runway 33 left at November. Continue taxi via November. Cross runway 33 left at November. Continue taxi via November. JetBlue 1281.
Boston ground, you like donuts? JetBlue 516.
We appreciate donuts, they're delightful. Please keep the comms open for ATC communications, JetBlue 516.
So of course, you can ask the silly questions, as I said, and it will give you a response that, maybe you shouldn't be asking those kind of questions on the comms. But the biggest thing, like I said, is that it's going to help with the recognition of your speech. So what you're trying to get across to ATC, if the default engine that BeyondATC has built, if that doesn't understand you, it then defaults to the LLM trying to figure out what you're trying to say and come up with a response that makes sense for what you were trying to get back. That is going to be the biggest benefit to LLM currently for BeyondATC. On the roadmap is the VFR, which, as I said in the past, if you watch any of my previous videos or streams, VFR is going to be a game changer when it comes to BeyondATC, because you will have both IFR and VFR flying in one package for one single price, no subscription needed at all. So hopefully this video gave you a little bit of detail of what we are expecting, what we currently have with the LLM and BeyondATC. I think the future is super bright. I'm super excited for what it's going to have. And right now, this initial test phase looks really, really good. Within the first day, they had a hot fix that came out that fixed some call sign issues. And it's only going to get better from there. So as always, thanks for watching. Comment down below what you're expecting from the LLM and how much you may or may not like BeyondATC. As always, take care, and we'll see you next time.